Hi, it's Heidi, your pottery pal, and today's video is going to be a little different. It's a take on when I went off about deflocculant. This video is how to fix your casting slip if your specific gravity is too low, meaning you've added too much water. So let's get started. Again, if you have comments, leave them below. Friday, I made casting slip and I was like, it is very thin. And so I let it set up over the weekend and it's still super thin. You could see from the video clip right before this that it's pretty thin. So I went ahead and I measured the specific gravity. And the specific gravity, if you don't remember, you take your graduated cylinder, you put 100 milliliters of slip and you weigh it. And when I did that, it was 160 grams, which means that the specific gravity is 1.6 or 160, which is too thin. I like the stoneware casting slip that I use to be between 170 and 172. If it's porcelain, you can get away with like between 172 and 180. Um, so so if you watch the video I made about deflocculant, let's put some of that knowledge into uh, activity. It's not the word. Into, I don't know. It's Monday morning. Okay, so first what I want to do is I want to show you, it's still very viscous. So like I put my hand in here and it runs right off. So I'm like, okay. So I don't think I added too much deflocculant because remember from the last deflocculant video, I said if you add too much deflocculant, the casting slip actually won't mix up. So I'm thinking, okay, it's a water issue, meaning there's too much water in the casting slip versus dry material. So then I started to think, oh, right, when I mixed casting slip Friday, because this is a 200-pound batch, so 4 50-pound bags, one of the bags from the clay supply store was ripped open. And it actually only had 44 pounds in it. And I thought, well, that 6 pounds won't make that big of a difference. Ha 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 ha. It did. It made a very big difference. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add the 6 pounds of dry material to the casting slip and see what happens. I'm not going to do that on here because, well, I guess I could show you it, but I can't speak because I'll have my respirator on. Okay, so I'll show you in a second. I have my respirator on, and now I'm going to weigh out the material and put it in the casting slip. I took my respirator off for a second just to remind you that before you weigh out things, you want to make sure and tear out your container, right? Okay, so let's weigh this out. Okay, so 6.2, we're gonna dump it in. Okay, so I got my respirator on, so let's dump that clay in. Okay, so I went ahead and I added the 6 pounds, got me, the 6 pounds. I let it mix for like 20 minutes. It still seemed really thin, so I added an extra 4 pounds, so it was 10 pounds more. So it's been mixing for a couple hours. And I want to just like look at the specific gravity. I'm going to let it sit overnight before I do anything, but just to kind of get a baseline. So I'm going to put my graduated cylinder on the scale, hit tare, 0. We're going to put 100 milliliters of slip in here. And it's still thin, but I put my hand in there and it does feel thicker. Just want to make sure we're going in the right direction. So it's got 100 milliliters in there. No, wrong unit. Grams. 166. I'll show you. 166. So by adding 10 pounds, the specific gravity went from 160 up to 166. Now, my first thought is I should add more, but I think I'm going to wait. Maybe I should add 4 pounds. Let's see if 10 pounds went up 6 grams. Here's my thought process. Stoneware slip, as it sits, it thickens because the particles become more saturated. And I'm not going to use this slip until tomorrow. So I'm wondering if the particles will become more saturated or if I should add a little more clay. You know what? Talking this out with all of you, I think I'm actually going to add some more clay, and I'm going to tell you why. Because when you add more clay, you have to wait longer for it to mix than if you just add water. Like if you add water or deflocculant, you can mix it for like half an hour and retest it. But if you add dry materials, you're supposed to mix it as long as you mixed your original batch. And then I usually even wait overnight. So just so I don't have to, like, let's say I weigh this out tomorrow and it's like only 167 and I still need to get it up to 170 and then I have to wait another day. I'm going to be proactive and I'm going to put in 4 more pounds of the clay. After doing a little math, I'm actually going to put 7 pounds in because I figured if I put 10 pounds in and it raised it 6 grams, that's like 1.6666 per every pound, every gram. 1.6 pounds raised at 1 gram. And if I want 4 more grams, take that 1.666, multiply it by 4, and then we get like, what, 6.6666. So I'm just gonna weigh out 7 pounds of the dry material and put it in. Okay, got my respirator back on. We're gonna do 7 pounds. That's close enough. That's close enough to 7. All right, we're gonna put that in. Okay, we're gonna turn it on and add that 7 pounds. Okay, it's the next day. I don't usually record with the mixer on because it's so loud, so I'm gonna turn it off. I mixed the casting slip. For about 20 minutes. I mixed it for a couple hours last night. I had added more dry material. So now it's time to, what is it time for? It's time to test the specific gravity. So let's do that. Gotta plug this all in. Let's see what you can all see. You can see what I see. All right, I'm gonna turn. Turn the scale on, and we want grams. I'm gonna put that on there. Tare. And now we're going to fill this up to 100 milliliters with slip. I'm just going to turn and show you all that you do. Take the graduated cylinder, scoop some slip, pour it in to 100. Do this together. Set it on here. Let's see what it is. 170. Holy cow, that's perfect. Good job, team. So that is how you fix your casting slip. If you've added too much water, you need to add more dry material. If you have questions, put them in the comments. Pottery's better with a pal, so if you like this video, like, subscribe, and share with a friend. See you next week. Bye.